Hello and welcome to another episode of Good Brews, Bad Views. I'm your host, Max Nestorowicz, and as always, joined by my co-hosts, Ryan Everett.
Hello.
And James Thorpe.
Hi.
And we have a special guest this week. We have one, Kayla. I don't know how to pronounce your last name.
Colleen,
okay. So, this week we are watching Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which is a movie Kayla picked out. Yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Regretfully.
But before that, some questions for you, Kayla. As we ask all of our guests, what was the first movie you saw in theaters, and what was the first bad movie you ever saw?
So the first movie I ever saw in the theater was actually like Star Wars Episode 1. And I was really upset because they cast a really cute boy as Anakin Skywalker, and I didn't really know what would happen to him later on. So that was the first, that was the first movie I watched in a movie theater.
Had you not seen the other Star Wars?
No, I had not.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah. And Jar Jar was pretty cool at the time, but I was also in middle school, so... The first awful movie would be another book to movie adaptation called Aragon. It was terrible, and I really, really hated it because I loved the book series, and I would have liked there to be more movies, but there was definitely not going to be another movie after that.
Yeah. I haven't read the last book in that series, but that book pretty much is like fantasy Star Wars from the arc. It's like, the evil dude is secretly your father.
All 8 of our listeners right now are scratching their heads wondering how her first movie she ever saw and first bad movie she saw in the theater aren't one and the same.
Right. I was going to say how she hadn't seen a movie till she was in middle school, but I don't know. Maybe Kayla grew up where there were no movie theaters.
Right.
I lived up with a lot of cows, I guess.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So, if you are watching along at home, we're sorry. No, we're not.
Yeah. Maybe
we have the movie queued up to the Sony logo. It's just fully pulled up onto the screen, and there was a pinging noise, I believe.
Yeah, just a quick lens flare kind of thing.
Yep. So, let's get started. Hit play now.
Oh. There it is.
Yeah.
So about a second after that, we're watching it on Blu-ray this time. We haven't done the Amazon or Netflix thing, so there's a bit of a delay when the disc starts up.
No, we didn't. We did not buy this. It was rented from the library.
That's right.
Support your local library.
Unless they have this movie.
Yeah.
I still would.
I would.
Yeah.
They might have a very good comic selection like mine does.
Well, they're going to shamefully have this movie.
Polar Express? We're confused. I'm confused.
More Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna come.
More books to movie adaptations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you... I guess that movie answers the question of how do you adapt a picture book, to a movie which is poorly.
Yeah, right. Happens frequently. All right, so we got a sweeping shot of somebody heading across a bridge here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Pretty countryside scenery. Mm-hmm. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Max, you read this book. I know Kayla's read both Pride and Prejudice and Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I haven't read either, so I don't have a lot of context for where this movie steps outside of its lore.
Okay.
I'm going to interject here. I have also read Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Okay. Yep. So, Ryan, you are the odd man out.
Yeah, I don't like books. Books are dumb.
Yeah, you didn't do your homework, apparently.
Yeah, super homework. You need to read an adaptation. You need to read the source material first.
So, in the book, I really like how it mimics it with the opening lines sort of in the book. Pride and Prejudice refer to a universal truth that a man with fortune is in want of a wife, and they sort of replace it with zombie.
Mm-hmm.
However, I am super pissed that the first character you see is Darcy, who's really supposed to be like a man of mystery and not show up to like chapter 2.
Yeah.
He's the first
who
character.
Sounds like he gargles with glass.
Yeah, it was jarring just seeing this really ugly guy chosen as Mr. Darcy, because I've been through enough Pride and Prejudice adaptations and movies with Kayla that the guy should kind of be handsome, and he's just not. He just looks like he's got at least a disc or two of music he's made in the garage with his buddies that he wrote the names of the titles on and passed out at some shitty party somewhere.
Also, this is super creepy.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
He is a priest.
May I call you Mr. D, Mr. Darcy? No. He kind of looks vampiric in that shot.
Yeah.
Gaunt-ass face in that lighting.
But
he's kind of got an outfit going on like Matrix / Equilibrium / Bad Darcy.
Mysterious Victorian man.
Mm-hmm. Carry on.
Says someone with something to hide.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, that's some intense whist going on in that room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of all the paintings
Mm-hmm.
that are just mounted at random heights.
Right. We can't have any open space on these walls.
Yeah. The painting with the statue directly in front of it is my favorite. That's right there.
I missed what that painting was.
You can't see it because there's a statue in front of it.
Oh. I meant more so I didn't notice the statue in front of a painting.
Okay.
So
No, that's Mr. Darcy.
Yeah.
We do
So
not
early
talk
on-
about it in polite company.
yeah, propriety.
Now get out of here because you're so hideous. You're frightening my guests.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. She looks like she was bitten by some sort of rabid vole thing. And has thusly adopted its aesthetics.
Ah, yes, those bright British evenings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't weird. This is totally fine.
Yeah.
I have a guy at work who does this. Different reasons, though.
Do you think he just breeds those flies?
He's got a fly farm back home.
I like to think that they're his friends and they have to come back into the body.
Yeah, he just
given the
woos
scene
them
later in
back.
the movie.
Do they have names? Is it like Snap, Crackle, and DMX?
Yes.
Yes, because in the time that the camera is switched, they've played an entire hand, apparently.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
This game's confusing.
Time lapse.
And
Time
he has
camera
never
angle time
touched his
lapse.
cards, apparently, like the motions he's been making.
Right.
Oh, I was beaten because I wasn't even playing.
Well, shit. I mean, what if
It was the British cooking.
Yeah.
What if he just had bad hygiene? I mean, what if this guy is just getting murdered because he doesn't bathe?
I do really like
That
the
was
camera
cool.
angles of showing the zombies POV, which I can't think
Right.
of any other movie that does that.
Yeah. What, Nil Darcy? I did like that. I thought that was funny.
Is that rock candy or glass? I kind of want it to be rock candy.
Yeah.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I don't believe
Lady
you.
who had something to hide says, nope,
Nope.
we're hiding nothing.
Yeah.
Nice bust.
So, what are we drinking today?
Today, we are enjoying a wonderful cider from another local place, the Bee Nektar Meadery. We're having Zombie Killer today, and it's delicious. It's a, what is it, cherry cider? Is that what it
Cherry
is?
and cherry and honey.
Right. Our first exposure to this drink, well, maybe we should wait till something less interesting happens. This is
Yeah.
kind of cool. All right,
But-
we'll revisit beer in a moment.
So on screen, there's a girl hunched over a person.
Crying.
Yeah.
Apparently sobbing, as you are led to believe. I really hate this sound effect here. Just the
Yeah.
overly poppy nose bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is also bad CGI.
Yes.
Yeah,
And now we have some fun CGI.
right.
Yes.
Like this is the most interesting part of this entire movie.
I'd
Mhm.
watch this movie if it was all in this style.
Mhm.
Oh, yes.
Certainly.
It'd be wonderful.
So James, you read the book. These are illustrations from the book, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a wonderful bedtime tale for all the children. Yes. the
As you
French.
should.
Yeah. French are the fault of everything.
Right. Once bitten, twice shy, baby. Yeah, like this is cool.
Yeah. I like that jaw that's opening up clearly has a grommet. in
Yeah,
it.
right at the hinge.
It's like it's a little puppet show
Yeah.
Mhm.
that the Punch and Judy man does. But this is the voice of Charles Dance, who you probably know from Game of Thrones, who I think was a great casting for this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's good.
he's one of 2 Game of Thrones stars in this movie.
Yep.
The Royal Canal.
I was about to make that same joke.
You're welcome.
This is just the right amount of exposition for this movie or this scene, I think.
Right. I mean, it's a good backdrop to the opening credits. You know, the opening roll.
Yeah.
Narrated by one of the few people in this movie who would be qualified to do this sort of voiceover and not just lose interest immediately listening to them.
Yeah. Would you rather have Matt Smith be doing this?
No.
I'd be okay with that. James isn't on board.
No.
Although I like Matt Smith's character a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
He makes me laugh. Another thing, I've never watched any Doctor Who.
That's okay.
Yeah. Hingham Brady.
Produced by Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I noticed that when we were watching. My wife pointed that out. And
Yeah, kind of dipping a little bit into the trivia for this. She was actually supposed to play the lead in this movie, but dropped out due to scheduling conflicts, which I'm going to interpret as, oh, wow, this is really bad. I don't want to be in this movie.
could be.
I'm trying to think what she was in that came out around the same time as this.
2009?
This came out last year.
I don't know why I was thinking of 2009. Something else.
That's when the first Thor movie was, I thought.
End of exposition.
Yep.
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
I didn't. I know it's it's super small and it's very nitpicky, but I really didn't think they needed the title of the movie there.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
Instead of needlepoint, gunpoint.
Mm-hmm.
The something that I do like in the movie from a setting is just the pulling in of like English aristocracy of being very upset that they didn't go to Japanese martial arts training, but they went to Chinese martial arts training.
That is a change for the movie. Because I believe in the book they do go to Japan.
No.
No?
Nope.
I had the background backwards.
Backwards. I think I'll have to look the main actress's name up, but she appears to have like 3 or 4 or 15 too many vertebrae in her neck. Does anyone else notice that? It's like she's a giraffe lady going on.
Very long neck. Part Brachiosaurus.
There you go.
Yeah, they actually wrote a prequel book where someone comes and teaches them at the house, and then they all end up going to China to train more.
Okay, because I remember her using a katana
awful.
in the book, and that's clearly a Japanese thing.
Yeah, they definitely blend it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But heifer.
Ooh,
House sex.
burn.
By your younger sister.
Positively evil.
I was also upset that I don't think the characters are as well defined. Like, Mary and Jane, and the eldest Bennett, but like Lydia and Kitty, they never really distinguished the two in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the character development overall is real weak, and particularly when trying to establish a group of 5 sisters, 4 sisters.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be able to tell them apart instantly, and
Not just by hair color.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a nice little getting dressed and getting armed montage. Well, I don't know if this is really a montage.
It kind of is.
It's a montage.
It's a weapon montage.
I do like how the scene is shot from like a lighting, and it's deadly and elegant.
Right. There are a couple times, not many though, not as many as the movie could benefit from. There are a couple times when the movie does a semi-good job of simultaneously being, here are some zombie elements and here are some hoity-toity aristocracy elements. But where I think it suffers a lot throughout is that it does those things individually and separately a lot of times. It's like, okay, now I'm a zombie movie for a couple minutes. Okay,
well, here's the thing, Ryan.
Now I'm an aristocracy movie for a couple minutes.
So, spoilers for, I guess, you and the listener. The third act of this movie is not in the book. The third act of this movie is for the movie.
Fair enough.
So, or it happens, or a lot of it is maybe more mentioned off screen of something that is happening, but there's no like diabolical plot. So, because the story of Pride and Prejudice and zombies is still very much the story of Pride and Prejudice of looking past marital obligations and differing social standings. Correct, Kayla?
Correct. Yeah.
So, and this is just the zombies are kind of just used as a backdrop piece in the novel. It's still very much, Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah. So Prejudice is Jane. She has to get past her prejudice, and then Mr. Darcy has to get past his pride. So it's Pride and Prejudice. Jane and Mr. Darcy.
It's likely that Natalie Portman was filming either one or both of Jackie as Jackie Kennedy, and then Jane Hammond and Jane Got a Gun while this was being filmed.
Okay.
Both of those were better choices.
Clearly.
Yeah. Okay, Ryan, now that you mentioned it, yes, she does have a very long neck.
It's really long. I feel like every time she stopped motion, like she'd have a cartoonish of her head. That guy has a very rodent-looking face.
Darcy looks like he had fun once and decided it was terrible.
I like that. I like that very much.
That's about right. Yeah.
Smiling.
I'm a 22-year-old curmudgeon.
Yeah.
I guess I'll pretend to have fun.
This is again where you definitely get more of the Pride and Prejudice than the zombies, because if they were having this party, every zombie within 50 miles would be here.
Yeah.
Darcy Derb. Good old Darderb.
The pause there when he says friend is
Yeah.
a noticeable fun aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Do you read?
Oh.
No, I just
Two
dance.
dances.
Two.
I'm a one-dance woman, damn you. And
Throw her under the bus.
man, if there are any cats in this room, they'd be going nuts for that lady's hairpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they would.
Charming.
Darcy's just like, I have somewhere to brood.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
And wore more black clothing.
Somewhere Bruce Wayne is like, I wish I could brood that hard.
He's like my idol.
Enough room in this room for my angst.
I know out there somewhere someone has written like the adventures of Mr. Darcy as like a Batman of England.
We may have accidentally started the ball rolling on the worst fan fiction ever.
Oh, yeah.
No, that would be the worst. Not even close.
Oh.
And this exchange is always funny to me in movies like this when it's, person A encountering a group of the opposite sex, and they're all clearly very, very attractive. But he's like, no, they're all ugly except the one. And you're like, no, they're all gorgeous. They're beautiful. They're totally handsome.
Yep.
This is idiotic.
Yeah.
That is unfortunately could be said of our situation right here.
The that shot's weird because it looks like it's supposed to be her accidentally knocking that off. But
Yeah.
if you watch, it almost looks like you can look that she clearly uses her hand to knock it off the table.
Oh no, look what I did by accident. Your stupid party.
Fitzwilliam. With a name like Fitzwilliam, it's clear why this person detests him.
Yeah.
Fitz Chad, is that one? Fitz Troy. You're pretty.
Yeah. Now I did like, or I should say I do like the zombies in this. How they can speak and talk and
Yeah, I
And
don't.
heads exploding.
it's a
It is an interesting take.
It's a different take on zombies that doesn't just do the whole like no they're fast
Yeah.
twist or
Right,
something
yeah.
Or
like
no,
that.
they're slow and dumb.
Yeah. So it was one of those things where at first it's really jarring because it's like that's not a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah. but it complicates in a new way the conflict, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's good makeup on this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not just the dinner bell then. All right.
Yep.
This scene puts an interesting aspect in this movie, at least in my opinion, that the effects in this movie are often very gory, but the fight sequences themselves are rarely ever gory or bloody.
Right.
Well, it's a PG-13 movie, so it can't be too gory.
Overt with it, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
And this is straight up like trailer
Like if you
material.
look, they're stabbing a bunch of people and there's no blood on their weapons.
Yeah,
Right.
of course, yeah.
But when they show people's faces and stuff, like there's
Disfigurement.
there's
Fair amount of
disfigurement
gore.
and a lot of gore on them, but the battles themselves are not, even like Kayla said, there's not even blood on their weapons when they're running around.
Right. I find it also interesting that in most of the websites that I looked this movie up in, it's listed as a comedy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would go with that.
When Matt Smith's performance is definitely what makes it the comedy,
Mm-hmm.
and
So
it's
this
almost
is-
to the point where he's kind of so jarring with how like lighthearted and comedian, because compared with the brooding Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth Bennet's uptightness.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Brushing your hair, brushing the zombie guts out of your hair.
Yeah.
And you could say that some of the conversation between the sisters has a jovial tone to it. Like, yo, you like stupider people.
Yeah, the actresses all interact with each other really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the sisters have good chemistry.
This is one of the scenes I like more in this movie. Actually, I like the conversation they have while they're doing this very brutal training in the basement.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, go ahead.
Oh, no, go.
I was gonna say it's one of the few times again where the movie does a good job of like simultaneously being a movie that's about a time where zombies exist, but also still being the Pride and Prejudice kind of theme.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think during the center of the movie is really where it drags into like 15 minutes of just being Pride and Prejudice, and then
Right.
3-minute zombie interludes, and then
it
15 minutes
just
Pride-
switches.
And you're not going to bring anybody new into that kind of a film.
Right. That's another thing that I wanted to ask the three of you about was just like this movie has a tough sell for audiences, I think. I mean, there's a bigger audience for zombie movies than there are for Pride and Prejudice, folks, I would think.
Correct.
Yes.
But I don't know. I mean, it's just I don't know.
I think this movie maybe came out a couple years too late, as the zombie craze is pretty much like dying out, or it's been oversaturated for such a long time. If this came out in like 2012, I think it would have been a lot better. Or there would have been more of an interest to it.
Sure.
Like people love Walking Dead. People are getting tired of Walking Dead, though.
Yep, I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Get your shit together, Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I also think like Downton Abbey came out a few years ago too, so it's
Downton
also
Abbey's been
passing
over with
that
for a
as
couple
Isn't she
well.
years
in
now.
Downton Abbey?
I don't know.
Possibly.
The internet will tell me. Like, this is a great scene. Again, you know, talking about the chemistry between these actresses, at least.
Yeah.
This is one of the few bits of character development between the whole family pod.
Mm-hmm.
I like what they do this year. This is pretty funny.
I'm a heavy planning mother. Mm.
Yeah.
My good daughter, I need to get you boned.
Yeah.
But going back to like Ryan, you appreciating the dialogue between the two sisters and the like the action scenes, I guess. Like Kayla, correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of that dialogue is directly pulled from Pride and Prejudice.
Yes. Yeah. So they just basically took Pride and Prejudice, cut it up, took a few pieces out, and then placed lines in there about zombies.
It's like a zombie Mad Lib of Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
I thought the book did a really good job of it, though.
You said that you liked it pretty well.
Yeah, then again, I like everything Pride and Prejudice.
Also true.
Mostly.
You're a little biased in that one.
Yeah, it took me a while to get through that one.
It's longer than it should be, I think.
Burn.
Oh, that's what. Okay, so you saw that the gun nozzle, muzzle was clogged full of dirt, which is why it
The
backfired.
bullet hose had stuff inside of it.
The bullet tube. Because the first time I was watching this, I was not paying too close attention, and I'm like, why did that gun backfire?
It's a good squish.
That was a good squish. Yeah, one of the better things about the movie, and I assume probably also the book, is that these aren't just helpless women running around to be saved, except in the weird juxtaposition with, I want to marry rich and that kind of thing. But these are very capable, self-sufficient women for the most part.
Yeah.
And this part is super creepy.
Yeah.
And disturbing and great. And of course, a trailer moment, but.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie mom and zombie baby.
Zombie!
It's not a good zombie baby, though.
No.
You don't see many zombie babies, though.
What is it holding?
This
Dead Alive.
Dead Alive and the Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when the lady shows up and has her child, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Can't believe I forgot Dead Alive. I love that movie.
Oh yeah, so good. Yeah, the main actress in this movie. Let's get her name. Oh, it's gone. Well, she was in Downton Abbey though.
Yeah.
So her name is Lily James.
Ah, yes, more paintings just thrown onto the wall.
Yeah.
She played Lady Rose McClare in Downton Abbey. That means nothing to me, but some people might know.
She looks exactly like the man in the painting behind her.
Yeah, you're right.
An accidental airplane joke.
Yeah.
There are so many paintings. I just can't stop looking at that now. Is it just to accentuate how rich they're supposed to be that they can afford all this fucking art?
I assume so.
That would, typically.
Yep. Also,
It's
they're
like,
all
it's
have
like having photographs around the house.
Yeah, I
yeah.
guess.
They also have gold frames and
Yeah.
very
Golden
gaudy.
statues. I mean, right, I'm looking around your basement. There's photos everywhere.
Physician has arrived. I'm just here to stab your sister when we determine she's a zombie.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm the cavalry, man. About to drop your dead ass.
I'm doing this very casually. No one will notice.
No one will notice. Totally fine.
Go, buddies, go.
Fly, my pretties, fly.
Literally.
I like that makes a knife noise for zero reason at all.
Yeah.
It slides out of there and it's not in a sheath or anything. It
Maybe he's also a robot.
Maybe.
You got Wolverine powers. Hey, girl, I like the way you're grabbing those flies.
I want to be able to do that.
Grab them flies. It's very difficult. Literally everyone who saw The Karate Kid growing up made this attempt.
Yeah.
Nope, she was just picking blueberries. She's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
No! DMX, come back to me. This, for whatever reason of all things in this movie, this kind of grossed me out.
Oh, and she crunches them in her hand?
Yeah. I mean, they're already dead, lady. Now you just have to really, really wash your goddamn hands.
Yep.
Take that, Darcy.
Yeah.
More like Starshy.
Yeah. Take that, douche.
I never win anything. I'm so happy.
How are 5 of them playing a game of cards for 4 people?
Darcy's just observing. He doesn't partake in
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, true.
He's just waiting to pour a bunch of fucking flies on people. He's not playing.
Just constantly checking people, make sure they aren't zombies.
You didn't train in Japan, you hussy. It's pronounced Chana.
Yeah.
And yes.
Just catty women being catty.
Shit got real.
I liked how.
I wanted her to just grab a candle at that point.
Yep.
Yeah, about the same height, but about 90% less neck.
Yep.
Good thing this isn't a vampire movie.
Yeah.
There'd just be
You
a
have like
bunch of black
17
clothes.
vampires at her neck, like pigs in a trough.
Ugh.
I hope that's coming through nice and clear. The whole 2 people that are listening.
There's more than 2 people listening.
All right, there are 4 people in the room,
Yeah.
Well,
plus like 1
and
cat.
a cat.
What's up, Dubs?
Yeah, Kyoto, not China.
Yeah.
Psh, psh. I do like how there's even that distinction between autocracy who went to this martial arts versus people who went to a different martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, as Max pointed out, they're still using katanas, which are Japanese.
Literally gonna throw the book at you. No?
Mhm.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yes, you hatchet-faced goon.
Yeah.
Christ. Yes, I am a lass.
He's like, sorry, I don't like John Woo movies.
Didn't really get hard-boiled, I don't know.
Yeah.
And let's get back to the booze. So how are you guys liking the zombie killer so far?
I love this beverage
Mm-hmm.
very, very much and lots. And so I kind of started to say how we first came across this. A couple of us were in Gen Con, in Indianapolis, and we were at, was it the Weber Grill?
Weber Grill.
Yeah, Weber Grill at the IAC. Excuse me. And the waiter's like, oh, yeah, we got these beverages, and here's this really zombie killer from Michigan. We're like, we're from Michigan. We'll take that. And it was amazing. And it's frequently purchased, at least for me, and has been over the past couple of years. It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
The Bee Nektar Meadery and Brewery or whatever is in Ferndale.
Yes.
And it's only about, 15-minute drive east of here, roughly.
Yep.
They had a release party for a new beverage called Death Unicorn with black currant last year. And it was fan-frickin-tastic.
Yes,
Highly
that was
recommended.
That was a delicious.
Yeah,
delicious
it was
beer.
real good, you guys.
But anything to add, Mr. Thorpe?
The only thing that I don't like about mine is that it's almost gone.
Oh, well.
Pacing.
Yep. We got a lot of movie left, unfortunately.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I figured if I went through it fast, the rest of it might not be quite so bad.
Well, yeah. But I'm enjoying this. I will say though, right now that Zombie Killer is not my favorite that they make.
Yeah, I like the Death Unicorn better.
Mine actually is Kill All the Golfers.
I haven't had that one yet.
Yep.
It is black tea and lemon.
Is that a cider or is that a mead? Because Bee Nektar technically a meadery.
It is
even
a
though the
cider.
most popular drinks are ciders.
Yeah.
Kayla, what do you think?
I like Death Unicorn, but I really like the cherry notes in Zombie Killer.
Mm-hmm. Cherry seems to be one of the more popular fruits to be putting in beers, at least in Michigan, because we can get fresh Michigan cherries.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But not at the Cherry Festival.
Oh, you sure as shit can. Holy crap.
Those aren't Michigan cherries at the Cherry Festival.
Well, you can get cherries.
Yes.
Mrs. Bennett, you are the most annoying woman in this film.
Yikes.
He's like, no, that's fun.
Yeah.
No fun.
Think of all the fun that might be had.
Have to keep security around to make sure no one's having any fun.
Right.
Somewhere along the way, a Darcy in our time is the guy who came up with Triumph the Insult Comic Dog.
Yeah, kind of. He does kind of sound that way. He's like, you have a very lovely estate, my dear. For me to poop on.
That's a old pull.
Yeah.
We've done worse.
Yeah.
So,
This is just like an, zombies
no.
are around.
Yeah.
did a Hot Topic just burn down? Is that what happened?
The them singing the Ashes, Ashes, We All Fall Down song there
Right.
is actually really creepy, and I wish they would have stayed on it just a little bit
Right.
longer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Charles Dance, you were the greatest father the early 1800s in England could produce.
So, and again, this is an example of just switching. Like, all right, it's aristocracy movie now.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we are. Mr. Mashmith.
Oh, Mr. Collins.
Yep. Male hair?
So
He's
I
just...
like how this movie made like it keeps explaining the rules of like how society was back in
Yeah.
the day.
This is how it is. You're
Yep.
not getting shit. You're gonna be
Yeah.
out on your asses when we get done with this. When I die. I do really like who they picked to play Mr. Bennett. Because, I mean,
Mr. Collins.
yeah, Mr. Collins. He's supposed to be creepy. He's supposed to be tall. He's supposed to be a little bit fatter in the original Pride and Prejudice, but
Yeah, because he's a priest, so he eats well.
yeah.
I like the quick cuts in this movie that they do towards Lena Headey's character.
Mhm.
Whose name I'm forgetting, even though they just said what it was.
Lady Catherine, is that it?
Lady Catherine,
Lady
yes.
Catherine,
Yep.
And I kind of wanted more of that. Like
yeah.
when Darcy talks about how that opening scene about how there was that family that fell. I would have rather had like the little quick cuts to that
Right.
scene as opposed
show
to
us.
that entire opening clip.
Mm.
Just a montage of Lady Catherine running around with her ninjas killing
Mhm.
zombies.
Are they just eating spoonfuls of butter?
Spoonful of butter helps the medicine.
So
go
yes.
down. Ladies had a rough go.
Nope.
That's a great face.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuddle.
I like that she's like, what the hell, Bob?
Yeah.
Almost as fair.
Yeah.
I think the fact that it's in front of the entire family just makes it
Yeah.
all the better.
Oh, yeah.
And I need not remind you, sir, Bennett always pays his debts.
Yeah. Settle down as they're all sitting there quietly.
So a lot more.
They were really excited about the sermons. They're all jumping up and down. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Time to GTFO, sis.
Yep.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hate you.
I love that hat.
Yeah.
No touching.
I do like the traveling attire.
Hmm.
I will
Yeah.
give it this. This movie has very good costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would definitely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Here, hold this small bag.
Is it Oscar worthy?
Oh, God.
Yeah, this is a really good short scene to just subvert the whole usual image of a zombie movie. It's
Mhm.
Yeah.
like
Yep.
planning traps? Like, what the hell, man?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's also immediate switch from Pride and Prejudice. Now we're back to zombies again.
Right?
Yep.
In case you forgot,
Hey, what's up?
disemboweled horse, human with no legs.
You know what? It's very... this just came to me. The zombies in this movie, and I guess also in the book, to me, are very Deadite-like.
Oh,
Almost.
Yeah. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
way. I'll go with that.
They're a little Evil Deadly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they're not, because it's not like Land of the Dead, because those were dumb zombies that could figure out how like doors.
They have really simple and
chainsaws
primitive
that worked.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's like the fourth movie in that series.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
that's-
but what I'm saying is that those zombies were zombies with quote unquote intelligence. But
Yeah.
these are much more
humans
than
that are losing
Yeah.
their intelligence.
that. Yeah.
It's a very, very small detail, but if you look closely at the swords they're using,
All right,
they are of Chinese design.
Okay.
You can tell from the hilt.
That's a funny exchange there, right there.
He puts the
Yeah, he's like, chivalry is not dead, as he just helps her, keep carrying the guns and walks away.
I'm not going to help you or anything. I'll just place them upon you.
Right. Pack mule.
Hey, what's up? Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We have bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
With bigger hats.
Yeah, we have wealthier fish to tempt.
He's not important. He doesn't have a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You also know he's plot relevant as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's also just as equally as creepy looking as Darcy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he's a totally different... He's got, expert level smugness going on, too, which makes it terrible.
That is typical of Wickham's character.
He's smugness?
He's a smug bastard.
Smug son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep swapping the guns between women.
Right.
Yep.
I haven't seen Matt Smith in literally anything else, but is he always that overly animated? Because it's great in this movie.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a very animated Doctor Who.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which this movie reads very differently if you read it as a story upon which Doctor Who is stuck in some weird alternate reality universe.
Oh, you're just trapped in the past.
Yep. Different past, though.
Which they
Yeah,
really
with
do
zombies.
enjoy going to this period of England in that show.
Well, it's because it's like
In England.
England. Yeah.
He's got very full lips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like he had an allergic reaction to something.
Meow. Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
It's only $20 a plate.
Yeah. In old-timey money.
Yeah.
20 pounds.
Darcy's like, I think I saw somewhere with a shadow.
Right.
Found a good ledge to perch on.
People are smiling too much. Must leave. Post haste.
I hear flies mating. I might be able to trap them.
Yeah.
Oh.
I must know, Mr. Wickham. Do you even lift, bro?
Yeah. She's like, how many collars do you actually have on?
Right. It's like an onion under there. Or...
I've always found it weird how the British say lieutenant.
Lieutenant?
Lieutenant.
Yes.
I
thought it literally was spelled like lieutenant until earlier this morning when I saw when I was playing a Company of Heroes through the tutorial and they said lieutenant and the word lieutenant was on screen. And I'm like, wait, what?
Actually,
Really? 27 years? I didn't know this?
Right. Oh, I had a similar experience. My first exposure to that was in Glorious Bastards. With the Mike Myers scene and Michael Fassbender.
Operation Kino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brief him.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
I would never believe anyone whose eyebrows didn't stay in one place when he spoke.
Right.
Or that are that round and just makes them look suspicious.
Just hopping around like they're attached to some about to break spring. Something else.
I think if you are unfamiliar with Pride and Prejudice and going to that, it is a kind of a bait and switch between Wickham and Darcy.
Mm-hmm.
Because
okay.
Well, I guess it is kind of obvious from a narrative standpoint, but I don't know. Because, Lizzie's been so kind of like uptight and she's like, I got no time for no man.
Right.
And then she's like, ooh, this lieutenant.
Yeah, he's the first male that she really just converses with at all in this movie and interacts with.
Did you guys catch the creepy Victorian clown there?
I did.
Yeah.
Ugh.
After this recording, maybe we can do some PlayStation VR and you guys can shoot some clowns in the Until Dawn game.
Yes. But this movie does a good job of displaying the extravagance of the gentry.
Yeah.
The elegance.
Yep.
The highfalutin elite.
Yep. Ooh, I'm gonna have fun.
If I crane my neck just ever so much, I can see both floors in this house.
She would have knocked that lady over with her hand. She would have just shattered into pieces. It's her
Just
curse.
running around knocking shit off tables.
Breaking like
I'm
Legend
a
of Zelda
rebel.
pots.
Right.
We are not inviting Liz Bennett to any more parties.
Yeah.
She broke all the glassware.
Was it all over my pants? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was waiting. I'm like, who's gonna make that joke first?
Of course it was me.
Oh, of course, he also speaks to her via mirror.
Right.
Yes, because he is secretly a Dracula.
Yeah.
I like a Dracula. Are you a Dracula?
I feel like right now Mr. Collins and Mr. Wickham are having an eyebrow off,
Yep.
and Mr. Collins is really losing.
Yeah, he is getting demolished.
Yeah.
He sort of resembles a bird
He
dancing
does
around.
when he like
Yeah.
poses. Like
You know, he actually kind of reminds me a lot in his mannerisms here and his inflection. Is it like he's Neil Patrick Harris playing this role almost?
Yes.
To me.
I was gonna say it reminds me of our friend John.
Yeah, a little bit. Dude, stop talking.
It's so
Stop.
ridiculous.
Please shut up. That's the most polite way I've ever heard someone tell someone else to shut up.
Yes.
Yep.
That is probably not how valiantly should be used.
No, no.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I've made a huge mistake.
Yeah. She's like, I just can't.
Cultural norms will not allow me to rescind that answer.
Oh,
He's-
snap.
He's my brother.
Tosh. Don't
Oh,
touch me.
you touched me.
I refuse to acknowledge human contact.
Why is he smiling?
Yeah.
I'm also quite drunk on sherry.
Okay, bye. Mom, you're drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are gossiping so much in this movie. I'm surprised. I heard through the grapevine doesn't originate from this era.
There you go.
Yeah, no kidding. Her glove is soaked in formaldehyde.
Yeah. They're chloroform, you mean?
No, yeah. She's not going to put her in a jar and preserve her forever. That's a different thing.
Protect her hair from cats.
Right.
Doom.
So one of the things I do like about this,
Is this Pink Panther?
yeah,
No, Scooby Doo.
Oh.
Just slipped on some blood.
yeah,
Is that where Mr. Wickham came earlier? Maybe?
Oh,
no.
I'm gonna miss that butler.
yeah.
Who's going to make his sandwiches?
One of the things I do like about this movie is I think they do a good job with the lighting.
Yes.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I think lightings are very well done.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look to see if I know any of the other movies from this director, if there are any, but this movie tanked at the theater.
Yeah, it came out at a weird time of the year. It came out in like late August of 2016.
Because it had a budget of something like 24 or 28 million, but it only made worldwide 16 million.
Oh no,
That's bad.
yeah,
I mean, and I think this movie has a good cast. Like, I like the actors and actresses that they chose for this.
With the exception of Darcy, I agree. That's
Well,
unsettling image.
I think Darcy does a I'm a dark and mysterious fellow very well. What would you say, Kayla?
Yes, but they could have picked a different person.
Okay.
Someone that was also handsome.
Yes.
good zombie death right there.
Yeah, that is
that's-
some into the oven. Which that door should be so hot.
Yes.
yeah. I like the kick on the door right
Yeah,
there.
that's
though.
pretty cool.
I enjoy that one.
Yeah.
Well done, Darcy.
Way to earn your right to brood.
Yep.
Because I'm ready to take him out.
Because I will kill my best friend
Yeah.
right now.
Yep. I'll do it. I have no attachments to anyone in this life other than my sister.
Oh, well, if you say so. I guess I don't need to check.
Whee!
Also,
If only I had some flies.
I feel like they should have checked for more zombies. They're just like, all right, well, we got everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
That's it.
Well, servants are only allowed in the kitchen.
It's like,
None of them are
guess.
out serving or anything like that.
You know, I haven't seen the movie Willard, but I know it involves a lot of rats.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Darcy is like that with flies, and it's just like got a flood of them around him at any given time.
Just cultivates
It's
maggots.
just a cloud. Dear Jane, we need to talk about your addiction.
We ran out of money because Liz broke all the glassware.
Yeah.
We have decided to leave the country.
And they've spent too much on wigs.
Right. He's also just impatient about everything in general. You shouldn't take that out of context.
Looks like Bingley just got the mumps or his wisdom teeth pulled. Or that, or he's packing a bunch of nuts in his cheeks.
That's a lot of nuts. She almost looks like a Fanning to me. Almost.
Yes.
I think it's the eyes.
Mm-hmm. Those eyes that stare into the dark abyss.
Yes, you totally stare and smile way too much.
Yeah. It's like, I hate coaches. And the
It's too bright
countryside.
outside.
Why aren't all the rest of humans just dead?
So I love how Mrs. Bennet right here sighs as Mr. Cullen enters.
Who cut the loaf of bread at the front of the table? Because whoever did it did an awful job.
Maybe
It's
it was,
like just a chunk cut on the top.
Yeah.
maybe it was just hung from a tree and they were using it for sword practice earlier,
Yeah.
and now it's just on the table.
Also, there's only bread on the table.
Atkins, not a thing back then.
No. It's the bread meal.
Bread fist.
What with Liz? No.
You incorrigible twat.
You're throwing me under the carriage.
Come on. Come on.
After your sister.
I like the oh no that she keeps
Oh,
doing.
no.
Yeah.
She's going down it. Yeah.
Like she keeps walking backwards to avoid.
The word submission there is just devastating, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah. In this day and age, yes, but I imagine that it
Yeah.
was very much like the common phrase.
Yeah.
And I'm terrified by your countenance.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's like, but my curly Q is so perfect today.
Right.
Clark Kent
Oh,
would
no.
be jealous of that hair.
He's really funny in this movie.
Yeah.
And
That right there, the door slamming at the
Yeah.
very end. like that. I want a mace.
Yeah, just for
like an angry
yeah,
tree.
a tantrum mace.
tree.
Yeah.
I love this exchange here.
Yeah. Yeah, I really did enjoy this.
Yeah, Team
Yeah,
Dad.
there you go.
Dad rules.
Best dad.
I don't
That's all. He's a twat.
Yeah. I don't know how they didn't watch this scene through the director's lens and were like, you know what? Let's rewrite the script right now so that Mr. Bennett is in more of this movie.
Right.
Yes.
I know that that's not how the book goes,
Right.
but he's clear. He has a great presence on the screen.
Yes.
Right. A presence, a sincerity, and also, just a little meta here, just the star power, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I agree. That's a good
I
observation.
want a book about Lady Catherine, and I want a book about a young, brooding Mr. Darcy whose parents are beset by highwaymen.
Yeah.
Leads him to a life of cruelty and
Pearls drop.
yeah. And I want a book about the young Mr. Collins.
After they went and saw the play about a young Spanish.
Yeah. About A bunch of Abraham Lincoln impersonators who just vanished.
Right.
Did you just say Abe Lincoln?
No, I said, hey, Lincoln.
There was a Civil War reenactment, which doesn't happen for a couple years.
Yeah.
Way ahead of their time. They're very progressive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Forward thinking, literally.
Nope, not at all.
Nope.
Did you happen to research the medical condition that requires your upper lip to always be far too up? I'm being really harsh on this lady, and I'm not sure why.
Yeah, you're
You
going
just
for
hate
it.
Being
this
very
movie.
catty about it, I guess.
Oh, Ryan, I forgot to ask you. Did you see this movie in theater and were you disappointed by it?
Yeah, actually, Kayla and I saw this in the theater together, and we both were like, well, that was a fucking waste of money.
Oh.
And yes, I was disappointed by it. As I want to do.
Chuck. There you go. I don't know why they just don't travel by map more often.
I know, traveling by map is like the best way to travel.
Right. If the Muppets have taught us anything,
Indiana
Yes.
Jones,
and obviously Indiana Jones, obviously.
but also by...
The Muppets travel by map in a car across the continents.
Mm-hmm.
So don't bring that weak Indiana Jones stuff in here. Gonzo is the greatest of all
Right.
archaeologist adventurers.
Also, I love how her family was just like, all right, you can go, wherever you want.
With this lieutenant.
Yeah, be
With this
gone
lieutenant.
forever. Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Days pass.
there certainly aren't zombies anywhere,
Yeah.
probably.
I like that subtly, if you're paying attention, you can see that lady's covered in gore.
I
Right.
did not
She
notice
sits
that
down.
the first time.
And kind of like boils and just, physical defects, right?
Well, they're all
it's
zombies.
there, but it's always...
I know,
out of
that's
focus.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little out of focus.
Yep.
Because when the girl sniggered, you could clearly see some teeth.
Bah.
This is actually... The way it's shot doesn't do anything for me, but the idea behind this scene is terrifying to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is terrifying. Oof. Zombie brats!
Yeah.
Let's go burn ants with a magnifying glass.
I know the pig's brains because...
No, that's
I wrote
liquid. Pigs don't have liquid brains.
Maybe they got pureed.
They're
you know.
smooshed. Yeah.
So I
Again,
love how
British
zombies have
cooking.
apparently found religion.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to be Christian if they're drinking pig's brains, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is a good. I like that poll right there. Like it's a cool take because you're kind of like, in one sense you're kind of like, oh well, I mean, that's an interesting twist on the interesting twist that they have in this.
Right.
Yeah.
So enjoyed it.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
If anything, it's the most memorable thing about this movie.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So
No. It's got some pretty excellent flies.
some CGI flies.
I believe I can be happy with him. Also, when your father dies, I get all your shit.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
That was a terrible delivery.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. That was bad.
I don't know why she leaned over. She could have just pushed her neck out and looked at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Go, gadget neck.
Her neck's the length of like a neck in like that opening sequence.
All right.
Dun dun dun.
I'm bringing 74 clowns.
The idea
Them
that they
walking
walked,
up is... Yeah, it's...
yeah, it's weird.
Yep.
He loves that. This
Yep.
one.
I was really sad that they don't show any ninjas as were in the book.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we're just gonna do away with that.
Just
Make them
guards
all-
in black uniforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works. They're the same.
Yeah. This was a pretty funny.
I would
visual
put
gag.
that on my wall.
Yeah.
You're not my dad.
Where the hell did that idea even come
I
from?
don't know. But why does it just look like a bunch of fancy Rorschachs riding horses?
Yeah. This is a gallery of.
I would like to think that was not scripted.
Yeah.
I love his bows too. Like it's just.
This is a gallery of things from the East that Bruce Wayne would be proud of.
Yeah.
Right.
Mr. Mom is just like, man, I wish I had that room. And she also looks like a Batman villain.
She does.
She does.
Lady.
This also looks like a side chamber from Dark Souls.
It does.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Like there should be a Black Knight standing somewhere ready to ruin your goddamn day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mr. Wayne.
I'm fairly convinced that Lena Headey is one of those actresses that is both a badass in real life also and in all the roles she takes.
Yes.
That's the impression I get from
believe
her.
that. Yeah.
He's like,
She
"Man, I
plays
have to go."
she plays a good, strong female character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it's Game of Thrones or Dread or
Yep, Dredd.
this.
Mhm.
I wanted more of her in this.
Yeah. Darcy's mad because he just came out of his brooding room, and that
Yeah.
guy showed up, and now he has to go back and brood some more.
And it's light out still.
Yeah.
I hadn't reached full brood.
His brooding closet.
Yeah.
Does he ever sit down in this scene? Or did he just like walk? Everyone sat down and he walked in and he's like, look, I got to talk about zombie brains.
Yeah. And pig brains.
Yeah.
Would you like a lozenge or something, Darcy?
You do
It's
some
not like
aromatherapy.
It's not like there's hot tea in front of him that might
Yeah.
help his throat. Mr. Darcy is what all British people sound like if they haven't drank tea in a day.
Oh,
Mhm.
that explains a lot.
Ah.
Yeah, you got to keep those habits.
Going through withdrawals.
Yeah.
You seem to know a lot about this, Mr. Wickham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her hair is terrible, though.
Yeah.
Princess
Lady
Amidala.
Catherine's- Yeah, Princess Amidala is
Yeah.
obviously plastic hair.
Yeah.
It just looks so, like, hard and molded.
Does the background painting? It looks like a bad painting now that I'm looking at it.
Those are people in the background, right?
I could see what you mean. Like it's out of focus.
It looks
really,
smeared a bit. Yeah, I
like a
don't know.
bad matte painting.
Yeah.
It's acrylic on satin.
Hmm.
I like how he's just hitting her with stats right now.
5 minutes
Yeah.
for my servants to make a sandwich
Right.
Yeah.
with the crust cut off.
Cut in a triangle.
How dare you, sir?
Well, how would the punctual Mr. Darcy feel about it?
Yeah, Lady Catherine doesn't
Doesn't sound
tolerate
like-
people that are late.
Yeah. Didn't sound like you said guards, more like gauze.
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 Gosh.
Wrap him up like a mummy.
I know it's supposed to be a button and a piece of fabric on the side, but it looks like a label on the side of his collar there. Like, this is Wickham's
Oh
jersey.
yeah. Or a sticker.
His coat belongs to Wickham.
Right.
Yep.
If found, please yell. I'm sure I'm creepily standing
Yeah.
somewhere near you.
Please return to smug/shifty looking man.
Yep.
Throw in the sewer. I'm likely there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta go back to my closet.
Right.
I'll be in my cave.
I have not pouted nearly enough today.
I got a quota.
Yep, she hasn't said one word.
His character truly is one of the best parts of this whole thing.
Brood.
A topiary killed my family.
I will
Actually,
never
one of the-
be as
one of
good
the-
as Edward Scissorhands.
One of the lesser known hobbies of the aristocracy is topiary making.
Or just sword tantrums.
Yeah.
Why can't my bonsai trees look as good as the ones in Japan?
So if I only had a mace,
Right.
could hit
And
the
a more
mace.
substantial bush.
I could hit the tantrum tower.
Yeah. There's a lot of good tantrum weaponry out there. Although nunchucks probably shouldn't be in there because you'll end up hurting yourself.
Yeah,
Not if you're good.
Well, you're throwing a tantrum. You're not of the right state of mind to use nunchucks.
that's true.
They do take it out on plants, don't they? Mass on the
What about
mace
sword
on the
chucks?
vines,
Right.
sword on the topiary. Oh my God, he's back!
No. Ugh, you are ugly in this light.
Right. Talk to me. Yeah. Let's talk in the morning.
Liz Bennett went through more facial expressions than Winona Ryder.
Mm.
Or not. No.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
From
right.
Stranger Things.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, you're referencing the Oscars thing.
Yeah. No. Screen Actors Guild.
Oh, the SAG stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's like, look, I'm not really here to see you. It's just that I'm so slimy I leave a trail, so I have to make it really confusing when I
Right.
leave places.
Yeah. And you do want to backtrack.
Yes. It's kind of like walking backwards in the snow.
I was looking at my coat, and it doesn't actually say Mr. Wickham, so I think I took someone else's.
Yeah.
I just need to pop back in real quick
Right.
and find mine.
This one's a little drenched, though.
All right.
Yeah.
It says Darcy on the tag, and it had a piece of paper on the inside pocket with a bunch of stick figures, and all their eyes are crossed out.
Darcy's later seen making tiny gravestones for flies.
Right.
Also, this movie messed up in that they just made everything so complicated. So, like, Wickham has to show up and, like, explain half the stuff that usually just happens in Pride and Prejudice and you just sort of get.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, yeah, Mr. Darcy broke up your sister. Like, that doesn't happen that way. And he also explained something else earlier.
Okay.
It's just bad writing. He just shows up and was like, hey, this is what happened in the past 2 days of your life.
Creepy.
Totally not an ominous thing to say
Yeah.
as I creep into the shadows.
Good luck.
Good luck, fucker.
Yeah, this entire like sequence is just kind of odd. It's
And there's been a lot of movie without zombies recently.
Yeah.
yeah, talking about zombies, but not the actual zombies.
Right.
Right, yeah. The snoring thing there, I guess they were trying to do is like kind of humor into the scene, but it just kind of comes off as odd.
Yeah.
Mm.
How's your web coming, my dear?
Ah! This is a cool camera angle.
Yeah.
I like it as well.
So that is a gigantic fireplace.
The
Hell
camera
yeah, it is.
angle is from, like, Elf on the Shelf point of view.
Elf cam.
I also sit in chairs like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just waiting for Goldberg to come down that damn chimney and ruin shit.
Aw.
Oh, God, Wickham at night. This asshole in the day.
There's no end to it.
Right.
Wait, are they the same person?
Right.
No, I've seen both of them.
I wanted to be nice to you, so I put on something gray.
Right. This is a
I'm
slightly
feeling
darker
cheery
black.
today. I'm about to express my love for you, myself included.
Right. Man, Casanova. And the subtlest of tingles in my dingle.
Yep. But it's just it feels so out of left field.
It does, really. I mean, we get some real minor shades that he's kind of starting to warm up to her early
Mhm.
on, but
Yeah.
it's not fleshed
But
out
it's
well.
just like what?
Yeah, it's just like, wait, hold on. You're here now? How'd you get here? Not physically.
Are you from us? Are you his twin brother?
Right.
Again, that's probably from
Oh.
the book, though, a lot of
Okay.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, the left field thing kind of makes sense because she's kind of like, no. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the protagonist, so most of the book is from her perspective. So if she doesn't see it coming, then
Yeah, that's fair. Man, I wish everyone talked like this nowadays.
Okay, one.
Yeah.
whatever.
I do wish deeply for a different face.
Oh.
She's a terrible dancer.
I thought that was going right for the boss.
Yeah. I wish one of those was a shoe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who throws his shoe?
I was a little bit upset that they made Liz throw books since she likes books so much. I was like, oh, come on.
She's throwing some glasses.
Yeah. Glassware!
Yes, death by poker.
That's rough. So this is just a super poorly executed rehash of the whole Mr. and Mrs. Smith fight scene with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she is quite terrible.
Yeah. Wretched, that woman.
I do like how the scene is shot, though.
I like that sequence that just happened right there, where she swings at him, and as part of him dropping down, he trips her.
Mm-hmm.
I like the part where she just punched him in the face.
Yeah.
Face punch.
Also, it's interesting he never picks up a weapon through this whole fight.
Yep. Well, he has no intention of. He doesn't want to hurt her.
Right, but it's cool. It's a cool difference there.
My buttons!
Sexual tension rising.
He's like, no one ever
I know.
sees
He
me in
picks up
white.
the-
Oh.
It's symbolism because he wants to poker. Is this weird?
I feel like it's weird.
My balls are on you right now.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh.
Harsh words.
Oof.
Yep. Well.
Time to dismount, Darcy. He looks like he just rolled out of bed from some crazy college party right there.
Yeah, he does.
He just rolled out of his brooding closet. He has to go back now.
Yeah.
So he just got stabbed.
No,
Did
I
she stop
think
short?
She stopped
Yeah.
I think
short.
she stopped short.
Yeah.
See, why didn't he try that move? Stopping short.
Right.
That camera lingered a little too long in the breasts.
Yeah, it's not necessary to keep that in frame.
No.
I think you guys are missing part of the target audience.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well,
Oh my god, the glassware!
we both beat the
She
shit
did
out of
it
each other.
again!
And again, the camera starts when
Yeah.
it cuts back to her right there too.
Oh.
It's the David Ayer approach to cinematography.
Yeah.
We'll need to clean up your mess again.
Mm-hmm.
Good lighting again.
Mm-hmm.
Even Darcy's horse is black.
Yeah, of course it is.
There's a scene toward the end of the movie where I'm fairly certain they shot at a very different part of the day than was intended for the story, and the filter they use is pretty jarring, it seems to me.
Mm. This seems like I've never read the original book. Is this part of the thing from the original book?
So
like he just
this
goes
is-
swimming in a pond?
This is a necessary scene based on the first BBC TV Pride and Prejudice series. There's a scene where who's the actor in that one?
I can't.
Is it Richard Armitage in that one, or is that
No.
I don't know the guy.
Okay.
Oh no, he was just in Bridget Jones's Diary.
Oh shit, drawing a blank. Anyway, move on. We'll figure it
So
out.
he jumps in the pond. So like every subsequent scene of Mr. Darcy in a Pride and Prejudice, except for the recent one, has to have a picture of him swimming in a white t-shirt for some reason.
Curious.
I actually do like the letter that he writes here.
Yes, I do like the sequence.
Yeah.
So yeah, little flashbacks to someone you assume is Mr. Darcy.
Yeah.
Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy.
Yeah. Wow.
Colin Firth.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Yep. Colin Firth goes for a little swim. So
Okay.
every other
Mr. Darcy has to
Mr.
swim
Darcy
now.
has to go for a swim.
You know, I never gave a crap about Colin Firth until frickin' Kingsman. That's an
Oh,
awesome
yeah.
movie. So good.
The actor playing Mr. Darcy in this looks like a very ugly Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah, maybe.
I agree with the very ugly part.
All right, lady. I'm going to go chop you up now.
I like how
Yeah.
he persuaded. I like how he persuaded Wickham with an axe in his
Yeah.
hands.
Also, I haven't had my cup of tea.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Next, the letter ends with "Where's the trigger?"
P.S. Is your mom's name Martha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
P.P.S. I'm
Actually,
Batman.
each sentence begins with the letter M-A-R.
That would be so funny.
So I love how apparently he found time to write this letter to her while fighting off this siege of London.
Yep.
Yeah.
The leather jacket
Or,
is
like-
his uniform.
Right.
Yeah. The reverse siege of London.
Right. Wait. That's in China. This guy's confused.
Yeah.
Someone get that man a globe.
Okay, he's narrating his letter.
Yeah.
Good idea, boss.
Yeah.
Where would we be without
Keep
you?
fighting!
Okay.
Assemble your crew
confused.
was deemed too anachronistic.
Oh.
Oh no.
A
Zombie
black
by Matt.
spot.
I implore you to reconsider.
He's like, oh god, there's an outside today.
Oh no, the sun's up. Mr. Darcy's gonna hate that.
Yeah.
The stock market's down and I stubbed my toe and this sucks.
What on earth is a blackguard?
I thought blackguard and is a derivative of blackguard.
Oh, I thought it was like a blowhard.
Oh,
Huh.
Ryan?
because I've seen
Working on
blackguards been spelled BLACKGUARD, which was to be like an uncouth knight.
Okay.
Hmm.
That would make sense.
Hey! I want to come into your
You're
basement.
poor.
I'm glad that he just speaks in grunts.
Yep.
It's hilarious because apparently she gets the mountain in this movie as well.
Yeah.
I will fucking end you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well. Show me your finger.
Yeah.
Pinky swear?
That guy in the back doesn't look so much menacing right now, so much as he does appear to have an interest in something in the ceiling.
Yeah.
It looks like the Hound a little bit.
Hmm. Schooled.
Ooh.
All right, Wilhelm, let's hear that scream.
Wah, 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 wah.
Good music cues with the strikes.
The music is rare in this movie, and when it does show up for the most part, it's just totally innocuous and forgettable.
Yeah.
Well, Holmes a good choice. He's zombie-esque.
Right.
Big,
Oh, crap.
grunting.
With these smart-ass zombies, he would be awful if he went zombie mode, man.
Yeah, he would.
Yep.
Which the mountain does become a zombie. Spoilers, Game of Thrones, folks. Sorry.
There you go, yeah. I like how just brutish he is, too.
Yeah.
Like, there's no subtlety to even the way he punches.
Well,
Right,
everyone
and
we've
that's-
seen in the movie prior to him and some zombies has been like the aristocracy. So there hasn't
Right.
been like the bruiser.
Yeah. I just think it's a good pull from to show difference there.
Right.
And that would hurt.
Yeah,
now.
that's game changer. This is actually foreshadowed earlier in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
where
is.
You bring the house down.
Yep.
Right.
Ow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this is
You did.
you got me at a disadvantage here.
Yep.
You got me at a disadvantage here, Leela.
Double disadvantage.
My left sword or my right sword?
Right. Yeah, getting a swipe in at this chick's neck is like hitting the broadside of a barn.
Mm-hmm.
I like how none of them noticed the big guy.
Yeah.
Part of the house collapsed on him. Yeah, no one seems to care.
Also, that's really out of character for her. She's like, I have a heart. I'll take your family. After I just
Again,
try to kill
assemble
you.
your crew would
Yeah.
be out of.
I think it's because she won her admiration.
Oh.
Is she
Double
just cold
over.
in the book?
I don't remember.
I feel like because she's played by Judi Dench in one of the adaptations of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Judi Dench is awesome.
Which is awesome. She is awesome as Judi
Yep.
Dench.
Did they just like pick two random guys off the street for these two characters?
Was that
You
a-
there?
Yeah.
Was
Just
that a
some
Weasley?
blokes.
Yeah. Travel by
Go by
map.
map. The in between, next to the upside down.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Tying back to the Winona Ryder reference, I like it.
Yep.
Bring out your dad.
They have loudspeakers this time.
Yeah. Very advanced.
Yeah.
Just like that guy just,
Just stabbing at him.
The person just hitting a cat up against a wall.
aw.
Infested. Well, they had enough time to put that sign up.
Yep.
Mr. Bingley. I would love it if Mr. Bingley had like an El Kabong kind of entrance every time, just swinging it on a rope with a mask and guitar. El Bingley.
Bingley has
scarves.
a,
Yeah.
No capes.
His ascot is going to kill him.
No.
Yep.
should have done a Windsor knot.
Oh, no.
That's what you get for wearing a Donald Trump length tie.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just dirt, too, right there, not zombie guts.
Right.
Oh, nothing gets me hotter than a man covered in dirt.
Hmm.
If it was zombie ghost, they would have had to up the rating to R. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. It's a good zombie there. I like
Yeah.
that zombie.
Well, he's gone.
Oh, well. I miss him. I
Squish.
miss him already. That's something you don't see in a lot of other zombie films that I actually do like that they talk about in this one is that zombies are coming out of the earth.
Right, right.
Yeah.
The ones that are buried.
Are
right?
buried, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Because that is they've made reference to it
Earlier
early
on
in
with
the
the
movie.
carriage ride.
Yeah.
Because the wet earth makes the zombies come out or whatever she
Yeah.
says.
Yeah, in the book there was a lot of like talk of the seasons and it being like, all right, it's winter, it's safe, the ground's frozen. They're not really going to come out and like, oh shit, it's spring. They're all popping up like daisies.
Okay.
Like Huns.
They World War Z, the book, actually makes a lot of reference to that too.
Right. So good. If you haven't read World War Z, it's such an excellent book. Fuck the movie. The movie's okay and
Damn
very
it, we're
unlike
gonna
the
have to do
book,
that now.
but the book is great.
Yeah. The World War Z, the film, actually had a really interesting take on zombies, I thought.
Yeah, I mean it's a decent movie. It's just very much unlike the book.
There's nothing like
All
the
that
book
nice
at all.
geopolitical commentary just thrown out the window.
Yeah, it's all gone.
Yeah, it's just narrative structure that's really cool to the book. But yeah, I mean it's still a good zombie movie. For
And
sure.
if you can get a hold of it, the audiobook
Oh,
actually
so
has
good.
all of the different voices played by different
people,
very very good voice actors.
That's awesome.
Mark Hamill's one of them.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's an incredible audiobook actually.
Okay,
I think he
I'm gonna look
plays
for
the
it.
soldier.
That's cool.
The one that talks about the walk over to Victory City. One in the US.
I believe so. He's on a couple times, I believe.
Yeah.
I was like this whole scene. So Mr. Darcy's being called away. they're like, oh yeah, by the way, I know this whole war is going on, but also my family's in need and my sister has run away with this person.
Get back on track, Darcy.
Get your number 2 to take over for you and help me with this.
Yeah.
Sir, we need someone to tell us if we should keep fighting. Could you please let us know?
Yeah. So our orders say go to the bridge.
Right.
Is that are we still doing that?
Yeah. You didn't really specify which bridge.
Synchronized pocket watches.
Yeah.
You know they have something planned. Synchronized pocket watches.
Bingley, did you forget to wind your watch this morning?
Yeah.
Bingley reminds me vaguely of Robert Pattinson.
I was gonna say, yes, I
Yeah.
was thinking that same thing. I think it's his cheekbones.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, and it's the jaw structure and the
Color of his
paleness
hair.
of him. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like we've used up that asset for movies.
Those are CGI pigs, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't tell, to be honest.
No one notices him.
Nope.
I love
looking that way.
Yeah. I love the implication here is his horse is so well trained it understands stealth mode.
Yep.
Yes.
Just crouch, horse.
Yeah, sit here and don't make a goddamn sound ever, because that's what horses do.
That was
wear
cool.
no
Yeah.
mask.
I wish we would have seen more of them.
Yes. Did you guys watch the stinger scene in this? There's a mid-credit scene in this movie.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
Yes.
that.
Ooh.
I had to look it up. I looked this movie up on Wikipedia like midway watching through it initially because I'm like, wait a second, I feel like I missed something here. And then I was like, oh, what? So,
Hua?
yes. This does not seem like the movie that would have a...
Mr. Bingley,
A
you seem
stinger.
edgy.
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
castle over there.
Bridge that way.
They don't really center on it, but the implication that an entire city like London fell to a zombie horde, that's a lot of zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like in a horrible, horrible event.
Yeah.
too.
Because like all the like, well, you'll see the little plans on the wall, but like everyone died. So
Yeah.
like all the parliament and whatever.
Yeah.
So
Wait, zombies would steal the brains of dead soldiers and eat them. What?
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe not so cleanly. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the implication there is that zombies only eat the brains of like living people. That's what it
It's
is.
still warm.
Well, I mean, these
Serve it. Serve
These
at
guys are
body
eating
temp.
are eating pig brains, but I think that's the
Yeah.
choice that they've
Yeah.
been making.
Mm-hmm.
And I took that too to mean that what happens to Wickham is one of those or what you think happens to Wickham at first is the fact that he swaps those brains out for human brains, which turns them into like the ravaging hordes, basically. So,
a la Zootopia. If you've seen
yeah,
Zootopia.
Still haven't seen it.
it's a really like that was more in depth than it first appears too, because these people are presumably actually these zombies are actually presumably trying to live just normal lives
Right.
in and of themselves, and he's the one that actually, for his own means, turns them into something else.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool sell, lady.
Yeah.
I love that his solution is like, well, I'm going to Hulk this.
Yeah. I'm sure this will work.
Nope. Not Batman enough.
Darcy angry.
It's like, I shouldn't have worn gray yesterday.
It's made me weak.
Also, this is the worst
Convenient map.
I've ever seen.
Why is it in her cell?
Yeah.
Plan of attack: arrows and circles.
Yeah.
The arrows and circles on the biggest buildings on the map.
All right. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna attack.
I
this
mean, I
one.
guess zombies can understand that.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
10,000.
They don't have any money.
Fitzwilliam. Where's the trigger?
Yeah.
You'd never give it to an ordinary zombie.
Yeah.
Do you see these eyebrows?
Yeah.
They have a
Follow
mind of
these
their own.
brows.
Clever, Mr. Darcy.
Oh, man. Look at that resolve.
Yeah.
You can't aim for shit.
I like the zombie noises from
Yeah.
upstairs. Hey! And the yelling of brains is a nice callback.
Yeah.
I was
Right.
happy about that.
Wasn't it Return of the Living Dead, the first movie that ever made that creative slant to zombies?
Just them saying brains?
Yeah, calling out for brains.
Maybe. I haven't seen that one.
Think so? Because it's not Night of the Living Dead.
no,
it
'cause
wasn't,
they don't-
it wasn't a Romero gig.
No, yeah, I think it is. I think it is Return of the Living Dead, which is the one where they can't actually die. Right? You chop them up and the little pieces still run around.
I'll be honest, I've never seen it.
Okay, I think
Oh.
that's the one.
This is like the movie used up all of its gore budget or gore PG-13 stuff for
Right.
this little scene. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
This was great thinking on Darcy's part. Just make more mad zombies that he has to later fight. Good job.
Well, I thought those were like supposed to be like the zombie aristocracy who are like ordering people around.
Oh yeah, but now they've eaten real brains, so they're
Yep.
they've fallen.
So now they
On hard
are part
times.
of now they're a bunch of socialists because they're all on the same level.
Yeah.
He sees the means of production away from the masters.
Like the music. Beep, beep, beep. How did you make it out of there?
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll find out in another exposition of yours.
You know, Wickham, London would have never fallen had there been a Gerard Butler present.
Oh.
Or sorry,
Sure,
what's his character's name in that movie? Mike America?
Yep.
Yeah, Mike. I'm sure he would have said very inappropriate things in front of the aristocracy, just
Just
like
all
the
the time.
president.
Nah.
People have been fainting.
Yeah.
Just out for a night ride.
Yeah. Oof.
But it's a giant white horse, so it's helping her blend with the shadows.
Yeah. That is, I do like that shot. It's a cool shot
Yeah.
of London actually burning back there.
City on fire! City on fire!
Boo.
That's one of the few good Tim Burton movies recently.
That was the last good Tim Burton
If
movie.
you've read Pride and Prejudice, you know Lydia has no brains.
Yeah.
So she's immune to the zombies.
Well, no, this is the part. This last act is all like for the movie. We need a good third act, and instead of Lydia just being like, "Hey, I'm gonna get married," la di da di da,
It's like, no,
and
let's
Liz
blow
is
things
like,
up.
"What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah.
Future Dracula.
Yeah.
A future Dracula. Are you a Dracula? I'm going to use that. That's funny to me.
See, I don't know what they're worried about here because Mr. Darcy clearly has a grappling gun that he can just get across
Yeah.
this with.
Yep.
And his utility belt.
Yeah.
Accompanied by an acoustic guitar adventure theme.
Right.
Yeah.
Bing-a-ling-a-ling.
Good thing you're hurrying, Lydia.
Yep. They have been sword fighting for hours.
Yeah, this is it. So really look at the lighting here. This was clearly filmed at a different time of day than they wanted you to think it was.
Yeah,
It's
this
really
is like
bad filter.
late afternoon
Yeah.
or mid-afternoon with a filter to make it look like dawn.
Yeah. I did like this upcoming twist here.
Yep.
Yeah, this was cool.
I did not see this coming.
I think I saw it coming because the zombies didn't seem very interested or eat him in
Yeah.
the church.
I was confused about why he escaped.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah. And it becomes explained here. And this is a weird visual effect to choose for this. I don't know.
I think it's that's what his eyesight actually
To
looks
imply
Yeah.
that that's how he always, sees, right?
Yeah.
We need
Yeah.
some bifocals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he didn't need to eat pigs because he just had a lot of angst inside of him?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, in that same regard, Darcy might be a zombie too. He's angsty as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Literally,
And-
I'm going to commit atrocities on your head.
Yeah. Lop.
I like the horse
The
squish.
horse just took him out.
Yeah. And so that's a very movie moment where they're like, well, we cut his arm off and hit him with a horse. I'm sure he's
I'm
dead.
sure he's dead. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get out of
He's
here.
a zombie man. He's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Shut up.
Shut up, Jenny.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to make a similar joke and say, shut up, Sansa, but yeah.
Like the zombies are like, whatever. I'm sure that horse is a zombie horse with zombie people.
Yeah, this is the weirdest thing I've ever witnessed. It's a giraffe riding a horse.
Also, I love how those zombies have been running full speed. And like that whole like whatever hours of battling Darcy did, like apparently
still not
he
here?
still beats
Yep.
them.
Yeah.
It's like 30 miles. London Bridge has fallen down, fallen down, fallen down.
And it's full of zombies. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't notice the zombies just pouring off the wall for no reason before.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
quick shot when you looked at London, you could see like zombies
Yeah.
falling off the wall again.
Doesn't make sense given the movie's take on the intelligence of zombies.
Well, I think what it is that they haven't had human brains yet at that point. Once they have human brains, they turn into like the ravenous hordes that
Yeah.
just scream brains.
Yeah.
That's what they
Mhm.
said
Yeah.
Okay.
earlier in the
okay.
movie.
Witness me.
Whee! Whee! Whee!
This is
Oh,
like-
yep, in the background.
she's doing a
I
Jennifer
noticed
Lopez
that.
music video crawl here.
Yeah.
And flip.
I half expected someone to be like, "She's eating Darcy, get her!"
So where'd the horse go?
Oh, it's dead.
Yeah, it's just crazy glue floating around in the atmosphere at this point.
Also, how did those like kegs of dynamite in the background not explode?
What's
Good
whiskey?
question.
Bad dynamite.
Oh.
Didn't buy British.
Help?
Yeah, like she's looking around like, is anybody else on this exploded bridge?
right. I mean,
Oh, your face. Oh, I'm so sad.
Chin is huge.
I was reminded of my pet rat, Chance.
I wondered.
She's eating him. Someone take her out.
That is not how you give CPR, by the way.
No,
See, they
You
don't know
don't-
how it works yet.
they didn't teach her that in China.
CPR via chin.
Yeah. Well,
That's what the C stands for.
Yeah. the chin.
chin pulmonary
Perform
resuscitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only like 10 feet off the ground, and it definitely looks like she's eating him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought this is a weird shot.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's really bad.
Mm.
Yay, zombies! Boop, boop, boop.
Well, luckily that was water-soluble ink. We were able to
Yeah,
get
just
rid of the
erase it.
bridge.
Rosing's estate gets hit by lightning.
So, is the implication now is that Lady Catherine's like the Queen of England?
Yeah, I think so.
She's queen of the seven kingdoms.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that this is part of that. They're still doing this.
Yeah.
That's a sentence I want to ask people all the time.
Yes.
May I take a second to compliment you on your pantaloons?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Mrs. Bennet, hated by all.
Yeah.
Mr. Bingley Wingley.
I do like the costume for Lady Catherine because all the other ladies are wearing pastels or
Yeah.
lighter colors, and she has the rich
Like
purple,
the deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
The-
is
The only other person that comes close actually is Liz. At the dances, she wears colors that are
yeah, she
similar
wears
to
the,
Yeah.
like, the
Lady
dark
Catherine.
blues,
Yeah.
Mhm.
so it's very striking. And
So I guess she was wearing purple for this time period. She's the queen, right?
you're thinking of ancient Rome.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, thank God, Darcy, you're back. We thought that there was gonna be a
Yeah.
collapse in the black dye trade.
Liz ate you.
He's like, you guys have no idea. Being in a coma was the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, we'd like to apologize for all the sun that you're experiencing right now.
Also, this jacket is part of my skin.
Catherine should just walk by and cut his head off.
Yeah.
Be like, you promised!
Yeah. That's an ugly ass dress.
It's a odd dress.
Yeah, that is a odd pattern. What say you, Kayla? We're 3 or 4 on this dress.
I never noticed it. I was like, oh, it's Elizabethan. That's what they wear. It's fine.
Do you
It looks
think
like tiny eyeballs with eyelashes, like really big eyelashes, I guess.
Do you think after they're married, he's going to demand that she wears only black also?
Obviously.
Of course.
And that they don't talk to each other for like a couple hours during the day.
Live in separate
just-
rooms in the house.
Yep.
Only eye contact they make is scowling at each other.
Right. Carrying umbrellas when they walk outside.
Mm-hmm.
They're called parasols.
Parasols. I don't care how many sols they have, even if they are in pairs. That was bad.
Yep.
Yes, it was.
I can
Bravo.
edit that one out.
Nah.
That's a new low.
Oh, we'll go lower.
Challenge accepted.
When you go low, we'll go lower.
Yes.
Hope wish.
Hangwish.
Yeah, that's better.
I will challenge you to a portmanteau off, Max.
I like it.
Okay.
Hangwish is a good one. That's tough to beat.
How does smiling work?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like how Darcy's just like,
Notice that
done.
her neck, in the way the shot is framed, it's really only enough room for most of her head and all of her neck. There's nothing else in here. And Darcy, we've got everything up to his shoulders.
That chin is intruding on the
Yeah.
kiss.
Yeah. Her chin fits in between his
Yeah, like a
lips
puzzle
and her
piece.
chin. So in Pride and Prejudice, does he actually do the marriage ceremony at the end?
no.
No. Okay, well, I thought that was funny then.
Yeah.
So
I like
what
that
happens
twist.
to Wickham in Pride and Prejudice is he gets into like a carriage crash and becomes a quadriplegic.
Oh.
So he's not like, I'm evil. Ah, ha, ha.
In
I
Pride,
made the
Prejudice, and
mustache.
Zombies?
Yes.
Yeah.
I made a mustache twirling motion.
Do they do like a round robin thing and everyone kisses each other or what? Yeah.
Wait, aren't I supposed to be married to one of these two?
Right.
Wait,
yeah.
what happened? I'm confused.
What you're forgetting here is that Mr. Collins also gets to be like that father guy at the beginning of the movie and inspect people
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
creepily for zombie bites.
They never stop kissing. They just like
Yeah.
put them on a sheet and roll them out to the lawn.
Yank them out. Yeah.
Set change. You guys just keep doing what you're doing.
Yep.
So why does everybody but Elizabeth have a bonnet on? Because she's Elizabeth?
Yep. Fuck yo bonnets.
She's progressive.
All right, now we have a little bit of credits to sit through.
Can we at least talk about...
Isn't it- No, these aren't credits. This is blame.
Yeah.
This is a list of blame.
I like that, Ryan.
It's interesting that the credits actually do start off with directors and unit producers.
Producers and co-producers before they do in the cast.
Yeah.
That is odd.
That's a really odd decision.
Sam Riley.
I halfway wanted to see Jeffrey Jones in this movie as his character from Ravenous.
I think you're the only person that would ever say that.
That's right.
Yep.
Mortician.
So I think it's right after the end, the credit, because there's no more names, no more blame. So I think we go to credits.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, wow. That's amazing that I managed to turn the movie off.
Yeah, I think Kayla and I had pretty
15
much
seconds.
peaced out of the theater immediately before this.
I was like, well, I'm
what,
good.
What is going on here?
Oh, no.
I think Kayla and I'm going to correct my grammar there.
Fuck. Well wishers.
Yeah.
They're all
invited the
smiling.
I shouldn't have worn gray today.
They're still at Rosines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The most secure place in England, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Slow zoom.
That was a gross transition there.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Well, there's the horsemen in the
There's
back.
the horsemen, but they're not wearing their cool gold masks.
That's cool.
And then Bennett's got a mace hand.
Yeah.
So something that doesn't quite line up, but that was interesting. On one of the paintings earlier in the movie with the four horsemen, one of the horsemen has a red horse, and Wickham has red on him. Like that's he's always wearing mostly red. In this movie.
Oh, Red's the horse for war.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Wickham is a horse?
Possibly. But yeah, he's
He's the only one that's
he's a soldier,
constantly
he's a
adorned in
lieutenant,
red.
Yeah.
He has to wear red.
But he's the Antichrist, not
Not one of the horsemen.
four horsemen.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
because he's like, they will find their Antichrist because the four horsemen of the zombie apocalypse and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
no referencing Suicide Squad is allowed ever. Ever. Not okay.
It's over and done with.
Yeah.
We'll not speak of it again.
Bring that back into my life.
All of this is over and done with, thankfully.
Yep.
Speaking of which, view again, brew again.
It's over.
Hey!
All right, so Kayla, let's start with you, our guest. Would you watch this movie again, and would you drink this zombie killer again?
View again, brew again.
I would not watch this movie ever again. And I would definitely drink Zombie Killer again.
Okie dokie. James?
You know, I'd actually watch the third act of this movie again. I enjoy the third act of the movie.
Like the raid on the church?
The raid on the church, pretty much everything from the Lena Headley fight onward.
Okay.
I think there's enough
Fun.
fun
Yeah.
and interesting things on it. I like that. And the end credit scene is kind of neat.
I think it was like they try to set it up for a series, kind of.
Yeah, it in a weird way to say this, I almost think that this movie suffers from being too source material driven.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of goes to reading the book. Like the book is supposed to be a joke on Pride and Prejudice. Like, oh, haha, if you like Pride and Prejudice, you'll think this is funny because now there's zombies in it. It's goofy and weird. But that only works if you actually want to read Pride and Prejudice. If you want to sell a movie that is a zombie movie about Pride and Prejudice, you kind of have to really take what the third act is and
Spread it
expand
throughout.
that through the rest of the movie. If the rest of the movie was like the third act, I think it probably would have done a lot better. And I think that it would have been a much better movie, actually. It is jarring at times between the difference of Pride and Prejudice time and zombie interlude time.
Because it is so starkly contrasted.
Yeah. So, sorta is my
Okay,
response
yeah.
to View
Okay.
Again. And Brew Again, yes, I love Zombie Killer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. Ryan?
No, I don't ever want to watch this bullshit again. Again, we spent money on this, and I was mad about it. No, I don't like anything about this movie at all.
You probably rented it for $1 at the library.
It was free from the library.
Oh! I'm like when you actually saw it in theaters.
Yeah, at the movies, man. No, I don't like anything about this movie. It doesn't entertain me. I just don't enjoy it. I do think this may have been better. Actually, I had this thought while we were watching. As a mini series, I think this could have been better. Just a couple of few hour episodes or something. I don't know, but yeah, I didn't like this movie at all, and I don't. I'm
Okay.
not gonna watch it again.
Okay.
I'm going to disagree with you. The last thing this movie needs is more.
Except
well, I
if it was
mean,
the
with
third
like
act.
a different cast and a different director and different writers, like a quality
Different
miniseries.
movie.
So you're suggesting they just make something else?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is not a book, but needs my eyes and ears.
Yeah.
Right. And Brew Again, yeah, for sure. This is Zombie Killer's great stuff. Most things out of Nektar are just fantastic. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna start with Zombie Killer. I would brew again, but I'm not gonna go buy this out at the store. If I'm someplace where this is like available, I'll be like, sure, yeah, I have it. I'll have it. But I'll rather go have like the Necromango-Con or Stupid Human Suit or whatever the
Stupid Man Suit.
Yeah, Stupid Man Suit.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
A lot of movie references out of them, which is appropriate for us.
Yeah, and they're all really good. I look forward to going to their mead festival in the spring when that happens. As far as this movie goes, no, I'm not going to watch it again. One of the common criticisms of this movie was that it would have functioned better as a miniseries because you have more time to flesh out the characters, more like Kayla was saying. You don't really know all the sisters very well.
So I'm not crazy.
You know, two of them.
Well,
fairly
those
well.
things
Well,
aren't
right,
mutually
right.
exclusive.
I'll concede.
Yeah. Two of the sisters fairly well. The other ones are kind of just like set dressing that have to be there because it's Pride and Prejudice and zombies. But it definitely could use more action spread throughout of it. Like, I think when the zombies show up at the formal like gentry events, like the card game at the beginning or the balls, like it feels like it's a good mesh. But when it's so separate, it that's what makes it feel very jarring sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean that speaks to what you talked about, Kayla, too, and how that book reads. That the book really is just Pride and Prejudice and Pride and Prejudice with a couple zombie sections.
Yes, with some dressing on it.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of those scenes read, where it's like you just read Pride and Prejudice, then there's the word zombie sprinkled throughout,
in, right.
And then they're like, and then zombie is attacked, and then the chapter ends, and then you just go to something else, and they're like, the next day.
Mm-hmm. So
that was a big complaint of mine. Like after seeing it in the movies, I thought it failed as Pride and Prejudice, and it also failed as like a zombie thriller.
Yeah,
that's great.
Agreed.
Yep.
Like it failed in both accounts, and it didn't marry the two together. I feel like the book married them much better, but I feel like what James said with it's satirical. It's making fun of itself, and it's very lighthearted, and this was trying to take itself way too seriously.
Yeah, the only person that was being kind of satirical was
Matt Smith.
Was Matt Smith. Although I do think that Lena Headey was being satirical about this too.
Yeah. Is it function or fashion?
Function.
Yeah.
and then the quick cut to her early on. It's just completely ridiculous and funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. So like I said, more Lena Headey,
right.
More Matt Smith,
right?
More Charles Dance.
Yep.
Also, this title sequence here that we're watching right now, because of the epaulette, makes it look like Mr. Darcy has his arm around Wickham.
It does. The shoulder pad looks like a hand.
Yep.
Hey, buddy.
On Wickham, yeah. What's up, brah?
We gotta kill some zombies. But so yeah, that wraps up another episode of Good Brews, Bad Views. Thank you, Kayla, for joining us.
Thanks, Kayla.
Happy to be here. Well, not really
Well,
happy, but
at least you're drinking. You literally chose your poison on this one.
Yep. But we'll see you guys next time. Check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, thanks, Max.
Facebook, Twitter, our website, gbbvpodcast.wordpress.com. And we'll see you guys next time. Please remember to watch and drink responsibly.
Bye-bye.